What's going on, everybody? It's me, Izzy, and I'm live right now. I'm at the office at this moment, and I'm just taking a few minutes here to talk a little bit about some of the books that came out this week. It's a big comic book week. In fact, I didn't even get all the books that I wanted to get. I have some that are on the arrival that I ordered just the other day. But I do want to share with you some of the books that I have picked up today. I went to my local comic book shop over in Midtown Comics downtown to go pick up a couple of books. And of course, I definitely want to take this opportunity to share my thoughts and my prayers for the family of Chris Pacello, who recently, we just got word that he passed away. So his thoughts and our prayers go out to his family, his loved ones. Such a great talent. His work on X-Men, his work on the Avengers Forever, Justice League, he pretty much did everyone. He drew everybody. So take a time to, just reflect back on his work. Another great artist lost, but he did leave a good legacy. Something about the way he drew hands. He always had this way of drawing hands that was very impressive to me. And I always envy the way he would do it sometimes. So thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. All right, let's go into the books that came out this week. As you know, I haven't been able to do the comic pull list the way I normally do, largely because I'm having difficulties with my computer lately. So once I get that fixed, I'll be able to do the comic pull list the way I want to do. But I wanted to take a time right now to just show you a couple of books that I picked up, some books that you should pick up, you might consider picking up, starting with, how could I not share with you The Death of Superman, the 30th anniversary. This is a nice hardbound book, as you can see here. This one's a book you can open. So if you go ahead and let's take a look at this book for a minute. All right, as you can see in the back here, we got the 30th anniversary. This book is going for a whopping $10.99. It features the creative team of the original team behind the Superman story. There's so many variants. Pick up the one you want to. I picked this one up, but I also picked up the poly bag that's on its way. I'm gonna leave that one closed because the poly bag one is the throwback to the original book. But if you look at the inside cover, it is a die cut cover, but it opens up to show you Doomsday, and what an awesome cover it is. Great stories here by Jerry Orwell, Dan Jurgens, Louise Simonson, pretty much the creative team behind The Death of Superman. So Brett Breeding, Brad Anderson, Tom Grummett, Roger Stern, Butch Guice, John Bodonovan, just to name a few people. And then of course there's plenty of pinups, Clay May, Lee Weeks, Walter Simonson, Bill Sienkiewicz. This is like one of those must-have books. So you gotta pick this book up. Pick up whichever version you want, man. I'm not telling you which book to pick up, but pick up one. Has historic value. So that's there. Another book I picked up, I got some indie books that I picked up. One that I saw and I immediately thought of They Live, a classic movie from the 80s with Roddy Piper. You guys remember I'm here, the kick-ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Well, this is a book by Boom Studios that came out today. This is the first issue, so I highly suggest you pick it up because you never know with these stories. But I picked up the book called Specs. Now, just the cover alone makes you think about They Live. I don't know exactly what the story is about, but I do want to, just the thought process of it is interesting, is intriguing. Like, why is it that these specs are revealing something differently? So it's good. It's a good premise. It's something that's interesting. And is it something more devious than to expect it? So that's a book to pick up. Specs #1 by Boom Studios. So if you haven't decided to pick it up because, again, this could be a sleeper hit. All right. Another book that I consider to be another sleepy hit is a book that really stood out for me as well. The cover alone is intriguing. Two Graves right here. Another first issue. This is an Image Comics. It's by Genevieve Valentine with art by Ming Doyle. Now the artwork by itself, just look at that artwork. Look at that art style. It's gorgeous. Right? I'm interested to see what this story is about. Seems like a very simple read. which one to pick up. Okay, so that's one I picked up, and here's some other books I picked up. Amazing Spider-Man 13. Of course, I had to pick this cover. It's homage to Craven's Last Hunt. And there it goes. That's what happens when your camera phone goes bad, right? So now I gotta hold this. Craven's Last Hunt, and here it is. It's Amazing Spider-Man number 13, variant issue. I picked that one up. I also picked up Judgment Day Omega. Now, why did I pick up Judgment Day Omega? Well, I'm intrigued by this story. I'm intrigued about what the story. This is supposed to be the final story of the Judgment Day story, and why wouldn't I pick one with Peach Momoko doing Jubilee herself? And if you know, you know why I love Jubilee so much. Finally, the last book I picked up, and it was a must pick up for me, was Fantastic Four. Now, I picked up the blank cover, only because I'm gonna draw on it, and I'm gonna probably sell that book in the next convention that we're gonna be in, which is next week, next Saturday. I'll be at Icon, I believe. I'm not sure how you say it, but it's in the independent art over in Peekskill. I will be there alongside a couple of friends of mine. Will Torres will be there as well, and it'll be a lot of good stuff. So those are your books for this week. I'll see you next time in the Izzyverse. Take care, everybody. Excelsior.